So today we have a very interesting trader back on the podcast. This trader, you guys have seen him before, and I think it's been almost a year since he's been on. This is the first student of mine that he had the biggest results in my chat. And now he's back again because not only has he had bigger results, but he has been kept the consistency profits due to the set and forget strategy. So what a coincidence, this guy has a name just like mine. This is the second time we see him back. So big welcome to Alec.
It's good, bro. Thanks for having me, man. It's good to be back, man.
How's everything? So how long has it been since the last one?
I want to say it was like end of summer last year, so it's been pretty much a year.
How has things changed in a year? Like, you look bigger than last time, bro.
I've been trying, bro. Yeah. So the gym's definitely been good, but overall just doing what I was doing, but just keep it going, just scaling everything, and just trying to maintain that consistency. That's been the biggest thing for me right now.
So let's take it back a few steps to some, refresh some things from the last podcast. So how old are you?
I'm 26.
26?
Yeah.
And then on the last time you were on the podcast, you mentioning that you came to Miami from French, I believe.
Yeah. I grew up in France. I spent the first 15 years of my life over there. And then I moved to Jacksonville. I went to school at FSU and then down to South Florida for about 3 years now.
What were you doing before trading?
So I was doing all kinds of different entrepreneurial things. I was really trying all these different, get rich quick, I guess, type of things. So I tried like wholesaling. I did social media marketing. I tried doing different things on the web, really with affiliate marketing, and nothing was really hitting. And I was doing a lot of entrepreneurial things in college, so I didn't really get that much traction. I did have a good moving business, and that was great, but I wasn't going to be a mover for forever. And
like moving houses?
Yeah, like literally just moving like students and everything. Yeah, I like threw out my bag for a while there, and it was great for obviously staying fit. But then I had a good opportunity to move down here with this fitness company, and they were expanding their operations from France over to America. So it was like a good fit of fitness and also growing a new business. And so I was kind of back into the 9-to-5, but I saw it as a good stepping stone towards what I was trying to achieve, which was independence and entrepreneurship, which I could learn all that through their wing in a way. And then I went to a business conference, and this guy sat right next to me, and he was doing trading. And that's what really opened my eyes to trading. I didn't even know about Forex. I had done options before, but I thought currencies are more like, hedge funds, institutions, and banks. And then I started getting into trading a little bit, and a lot of trial and error for a little while. And I had some wins, but not a lot of consistency. And then I literally joined your program, and I finally started getting some traction with passing my challenges. And shortly after that, I got my first payout for like $25,000.
That's what we did last year, right?
Yeah, it was like really shortly before that podcast. And then we hopped on the podcast. And so that was like everything before that. And then ever since now, I've just been scaling my trading. I've been doing mostly prop firms, but more challenges, bigger accounts. And I'm also running my own business now, which has been great. So I'm just trying to build something that I can really point back to, build some kind of legacy and help others, which trading is mostly, it's you and your computer. So I wanted to have something in which I could really help others out and grow and provide. And I had gotten some business funding before, which had helped me scale my trading as well. So that was something that I was able to figure out. And so now I've started that. I was helping clients while doing my trading, and now we're just, doing this. So, yeah.
So you definitely say that trading has given you more funds or more capital to give you freedom to be a little more risk.
Yeah.
Like on the riskier side when it comes to running your business and.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it really enabled me, for one, to have some kind of income so I could quit my job, to have the time freedom and the financial freedom to now work for myself and take chances. And then I had some kind of income to provide towards my business, actually grow a team, put towards marketing. So trading has still been my foundation for a lot of things. And now thankfully I have my business, which is doing well at the same time.
So I think that's very good that you mentioned that, because you're not going into trading now only wanting to live off of trading. You understand that trading, like with what I teach you, how long does trading take you a day?
No, it's really not a lot. Probably the whole week, maybe 6 hours.
Yeah, like it's literally nothing. So all that other free time, a lot of traders make mistakes because they're just trying to get back into the market in some way.
Right.
So you've, come up with your business now where now you're having two sources of income, where trading is 1 month to say business is slow, you got trading, let's say 1 month trading is slow, now you have business. So the fact that you've been able to use the strategy that I've taught you and then scale that now to being consistent and now fund your business, you're good forever, bro. You're never going to work a job ever again in your life.
I think like having like that second source, I'm not having to force trading now. Like trading's a great additional income, but now I don't like necessarily need to force a trade. So it's really helped my psychology a lot and gain that consistency. So it all just kind of fits together perfect, honestly. So yeah.
Obviously we're in a different spot since the last time we did the podcast.
It's pretty nice.
Very different. I say this is better than the last time.
Yeah.
So how has being part of us. So for some of you guys that don't know, we're doing kind of a mastermind here for the last 3 days. I got Alec in, he's an OG trader. He's killing it with the results. We're going to talk now more about his results and what you've gotten after the last time we did a podcast. But we got other traders from the chat that they use the 7-figure strategy and they've made over 6 figures. And what I decided is I'm going to pick the top 5 guys that they've had the best results and bring them to Miami. And we're going to have like a whole Miami experience. So we're on a 100-foot yacht right now.
We're not doing too bad for Monday.
No, we're doing, and it's a Monday. That's another thing.
Yeah.
So how has obviously your life changed since the last time you got on?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been great, just growth overall. I mean, when I was hopping on the last time, I started to see some results, and I've been able to go to Martinique, and that was like right before I left.
I remember, yep.
So I was going and having that location freedom aspect, and now I feel like I'm just scaling everything up. I'm starting to make some decent money, and so I'm able to reinvest into assets. And I'm still pretty focused nowadays, but I'm able to travel and maybe do everything on like maybe a higher level at this point. But just staying consistent and steady and moving forward.
How has going back to the mastermind, because now that you are able to experience this, right? I see you're good with the results. How has it been to be part of like the behind the scenes of how everything kind of goes within the lifestyle like that?
Yeah, man, this is awesome. I mean, you guys are definitely like a pretty high level, the trading and the business and everything. And you know, we're enjoying Miami. I live down here, and you guys are renting these big yachts and everything. And so this is like something that I've been chasing for a while, and I'm happy to be a part of this kind of experience in which, you know, I'd visualized this 3 years ago when I was working at my fitness company, and they sent me over to Orlando to work, to open up the studio, and I was working like 80-hour weeks, you know, 14-hour days, just grinding it out. And I had visualized being on events like this, on this big boat, and participating in these masterminds. And so it's, you know, I'm pretty happy to be able to look back now to see that I've achieved some of these things, and then being with you guys and seeing how there's even more levels to everything. I think that's definitely motivational. And then now part of this group right now with the mastermind, everyone's succeeding, everyone's doing well, and it just helps you just put it to perspective that, you know, you're on track, you can keep it going, there's more levels to everything, and I'm just happy to be here.
So I see you're mentioning a lot that you want to scale, right? So obviously doing this mastermind that I've done with you guys, I put you in a group chat with 5 other Alex, right? So other guys that are very successful, other guys that are very passionate, they're very driven about being successful, whether it's in trading or just as a whole. Because it's very difficult to find a good group of people and that they all have the same mindset, are in the same part of the journey, and have the same ambition. I feel like all of you guys that are down there, you guys, I hear the conversations you guys are doing. I kind of let you guys talk for a little bit. It's different knowing people like that. So how does that help you, or will that help any barriers or challenges you have to scale now to where you want to be, to your next step?
For sure. I mean, right now I'm in a pretty interesting spot with entrepreneurship in which I'm starting to get some good results. So a lot of the peers that I had that I was with initially, they're either stuck where they were or they just went back to the 9-to-5 or something. So when you're doing entrepreneurship, you're really breaking out of the mold. Most people don't really think to, you know, spend the time on the weekends to work and put in these different, you know, assets towards your brand or towards your studying for your different skills. And so I've definitely maybe branched off from some of the initial contacts that I had, but I'm trying to level up to find those, you know, next people that are thinking like this, so a mastermind like these. And so I'm kind of definitely in that middle ground in which I'm ready to step it up to the next group. But yeah, I'm definitely going to a lot more masterminds now and groups and finding these types of people. And this is the exact type of mastermind that I love going to. I've been going to more of these every year now. And being around people that are motivated, inspired, I think is great. And it's just how you hear about that 5 people you're around, right? The 5 people that you're closest to usually are your average. Yep. And if your average are 9-to-5ers that don't really care so much about the growth, then that usually kind of bogs you down. So I love going to events like these, which help you expand and normalize your results, which I think is a big part of what this has been, just normalizing your new income standards and being able to think about that next step. So.
Yeah, because like, let's say right now you have some friends that they are 9 to 5, and then you tell them, oh, bro, I just got a $50K payout.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But you're like, dude, that's normal in this industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, kind of, if you're not getting that, you're not doing something right. So how would you say the last year, right? So let's actually take it a step back. How have your results grown? Have you had any other bigger days from the 25K that you had about a year ago? Have you had any bigger withdrawals from then accumulated as a whole?
Yeah, my biggest one now has been like 35K.
Okay.
So I've been like 25 to 35 multiple different times now. And that's usually what I shoot for, because now I have mostly challenges that I trade, and I'll do usually 200-300K challenges at a time. And I'm just shooting for 5%. That's like the one thing I'm pretty good at, is having a target, sticking to that, and then being able to step away from the charts. So I'll usually have that 600K account size, and then I'll shoot for that 5%. Once I hit that, then I usually tap out. So that's why I'm usually around that 25 to 35K mark.
Solid. Yeah, that's something that I say a lot of traders, they don't accept or they don't understand. They don't settle for the 5%.
Yeah.
They think, yo, 5% is nothing. I'm able to make 10%, 20%. I'm like, yeah, you are able to
do
lose
it.
But you can also lose it all. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, why go so far and not accept what is right in front of you?
Right.
So I saw that one of the questions you guys asked me yesterday in the mastermind is like, how much of my profits do I withdraw? And I say all of it. Like if I make 5%, I'm taking all of it. I don't want to risk leaving some in the account and then it getting blown for a losing streak or something that happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
Trading, you never know what's the outcome going to be. That's why risk management is such an important play. So the fact that you're getting 5% a month, what are you more or less risking per trade to get those type of results?
Usually per trade, I'm risking about 1 or 2%, depending on how attractive I think a trade setup is. But that's the biggest part of trading, I think, is the psychology and the risk management. You talked about this last night too. So having that consistent risk that you're putting in, so that if you're shooting for, what I usually shoot for is like a 2.5 to 3 risk reward. If you're risking usually the same amount every trade and you're at least 50-50 on like hit to loss, you're going to win. Mm-hmm. So now I'm really trying to limit my revenge trading or forcing the trades, and that's helped so much with my consistency and being able to maintain the accounts. And I just try to shoot for that 1 to 2. 1 to 2 to try to hit maybe that 4 to 5%. And I usually hit my mark in maybe 1 or 2 trades for the month, and I'm done. So I could hit my target profit in like a couple of days, and that's it.
Really?
So that feels great. You hit your whole income for the month in like 2-3 days.
And that's it? You don't trade anymore?
And that's it, yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'd call that major self-control.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are like, damn, if I just did it in 2-3 days and I have a whole month ahead of me, that means I can make 15-20%, and that's where they lose, bro.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Have you seen opportunities in the market that you could have caught within the month after you didn't trade, and then you're like, damn, should I have done it? Or do you just like, it's okay, I already made my profits?
I don't even look at the charts. I don't even look at the charts. I'm out. I know my payout's coming, and that's it. So I've been really good at that, to be honest.
Wow,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So after you make your money, you're not looking at the markets anymore?
No, I'm out. I know my payout's coming. I know there'll be future opportunities when I do come back into it, so that's it.
Wow,
So, yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting, because I'm very in sync with the market. Right?
Okay,
I look at
yeah.
the market every single day of the week, even if I'm not trading, because I just know what's going on. So I guess your approach is like, you're so confident in the set and forget strategy. They're like, bro, I know more opportunities are coming later down the road.
Yeah, I also want to just try to practice self-control as well. I know if I do look at the charts too much, I might try to force something or maybe fabricate something that isn't there. And if I do see a good setup, I'm probably going to want to take it. So if I step away, I'm not looking at it, I'm not going to find any opportunity since I'm not even looking at the charts. So it's kind of like that maybe discipline as well, trying to stay away from the charts and not force myself and have no temptation, I think, as well.
Wow. So yesterday in the mastermind that we did, I made it very simple, right? You saw what I drew at the end. I literally drew 1, 2, 3,
Right.
and what that 1, 2, 3 consisted of. Would you consider that gives you a lot of clarity now to scale, so where you want to be now with your profits and your business and everything?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's just a simple system, and then you also gave some extra tips too with like the London trading session. I barely really trade London, so I think that's going to be a huge benefit for me after this mastermind as well. Just adding more tools to my toolbox, and now I'm just looking to scale my accounts, have more under management. I'd love to get to maybe 2 or 3 mil under management through multiple prop firms, and being able to scale my company as well, delegate and automate my team and my service, and create more passive income. That's like my next goal right now. Yeah.
I think you're going to get it soon, bro. I mean, bro,
Yeah.
I think we're going to be back here probably a year from now.
Yeah, man.
And we
let's do
won't
it.
be on a yacht. We'll be on a jet having a
That's not
podcast on
bad.
a jet,
Keep
bro.
scaling it up.
100%. Bro, I appreciate you, Alec.
Yeah,
Coming
thanks for
back
having me, bro. This is great, man. Great
100%.
weekend.
See you guys.